Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to a brand new video. Before we do the intro and all of the good things this video concerns, I just wanted to show you this new little piece of equipment that I got from Foam Memo. They kindly sent this to me. This is not sponsored. I can give you the review on what I think about it. They're not paying me to say anything, but it's a cute new label printer, and this one changed the game for me a little bit. I'm really excited about this. It was basically plug and play. It came with 3 cute little rolls of paper. The paper is one continuous strip, and the printer itself sort of determines, based on the image that you put in, how long the strip is going to be. So I'm just reading the instructions, putting it together, super simple. I mean, you can't go wrong with this thing. And then the game changer. So this is a tiny thermal printer, so you know it doesn't use ink or anything like that. But one of the problems with thermal printers is that it absolutely only prints in one flat solid tone, whereas this one actually did gradients. So I'm going to the app store, I'm downloading the Foam Memo app, and I am going through all the settings to make sure that I have it set up right and I'm hooked up right to my actual printer down here. It came charged, so I didn't have to charge it right away, but it does have a little charge port. I put in, I selected like one of their AI images just to test, and it printed out in a freaking gradient. I don't know how it did it. So it is not one solid blob tone. You can actually see the different details in the designs for each of the little things that printed out. And then I put one of my newer prints in there as well, and I was surprised when it printed with the like grayscale color. I don't know why I said gradient earlier, but it's a grayscale, and I'm absolutely in love with this little thing. I think I'm going to be using it for my new yearbook, and I am so stinking excited to do so. So thank you so much, Foam Memo, for sending me this new product. What's up, guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Scribbles, the artist and crocheter behind Eclectic Scribbles, and we are going to start a brand new video. In this video, we're going to do a couple of things, hopefully, but the first of which is going to be to make a new bag. So I've got a harness bag set hanging up right there that I have made, and I want to make another one. Excuse the fact that I look just freaking crazy. It just is what it is. But anyways, we are going to make some granny squares. So this is a granny square harness bag, and I have been working out the pattern. I made one, but it is so big. It's going to be great if you're like a larger size, like if you like to get up into the larges, extra larges, and things like that. But I am going to try and make a smaller version that would fit smaller body sizes a little bit easier. I think the one that I made is just a little too baggy, so we're going to go with trying to make one a little bit smaller. Dogs are outside because Andy's home, and they're barking at him starting up the truck. So that's always fun. Anyways, I wasn't able to make this in a day before because I have to keep starting and stopping just to give my hands a break. But we're going to see how far we can get with this today. It is 12:11, so I probably started this bag right at 12 o'clock, and I think I've made a note that it takes roughly 30 minutes to make one of the granny squares. And for this harness set, we need 4 granny squares, so we need a front and a back to both of the bags. So we are going to bust out 4 granny squares and see where that gets us. I am going to line this in black, and we're going to do black straps on this one. You could see we've got pinks over there and a variegated pink yarn, but we're doing the purple, blue, and pink for this one, and black outline for it. So in addition to the 4 granny squares, we're going to need 2 flaps, or at least 1 flap for the bags. I have one that I think I'm going to do as a button top, and then I think we'll just do a zip top on the other one to give people some, I don't know, some room to make a choice as to what kind of topper they would like on their bags. So yeah, we're gonna do We're going to do one of each. And then I've got all my hardware set out over here, which I will show you here in just a minute. Making the straps, honestly, is the longest part, or was the longest part, because there's just so many strap pieces to it. We also need to make a triangular bit to go on the back by the shoulder blades to tie the harness together in the back. So I'm going to work on this, and then we will meet back up when I have something more to show you other than this itty bitty little square. 엉클어진 방 침대에 누워 핸드폰만 보며 또 하루를 보내 오늘 같은 날 산책이라도 다녀올까 but I feel so lazy yeah I'm home alone all day and I got no more songs left to play baby 난 널 그리네 다시 돌아와줘 내게 and let me be your man oh 그날 밤 생각 없이 난 너에게 전화했어 묻고 싶은 게 많아 I got so many questions 오랜만이야 라는 말도 못한 채 Are you fine fine 이란 말만 대묻네 너가 잘 지내고 있는 거 나 알아 그냥 그 목소리가 듣고 싶은 거를 어떡해 I say I miss you but 그건 나의 실수 너와 다시 친구가 되고 싶은 백수 I know this sounds crazy, but everything's been lately. How's your 동생 doing and your daddy? And mommy, I'm not drunk or anything. I call in peace. 세상이 멸망하면 날 용서해 주겠니? 그리고 아냐 boy. Alright, so it is 2 o'clock and I have most of the 4 squares done. So these are 4 squares of 7 rounds each, and I'm going to line them all in the black. So the 4 rounds took almost a full skein of yarn. I have 2 because we do need to make a top flap for one of the bags. So we may have enough. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to complete it with just the one, but we're going to come really, really close and have to play a little yarn chicken. But luckily, like I said, I do have a second. But if anybody is wondering if you can make the entire thing with just one skein, then the answer is probably going to be that you need 2, unless you are doing like the outside in a different color, or if you're like playing with multiple colors and multiple skeins of yarn. But if you were doing all of the rounds in just the one color, then you're definitely going to need 2 in order to finish the project, because that would be more rounds on each of these, and then the flap for the top, or both the tops, depending upon how you wanted to go about attaching yours. So I'm going to go in with the black, and I am going to line out my 4. I'm going to line out my 4 things real quick with the row that they need on them, and then I think the next step is going to be for me to do the flaps. I went and I made this flap for this pocket first, and did a half of a granny square or whatever. My half a granny square, I will obviously be writing that in the pattern, and then I went around the edge in all of these with the black. So I've got this. It's got D-rings in it. You can put O-rings or D-rings in it, whichever one you like. They're attached here. And then the other pouch, which will be zipped, has got the D-rings in it over here. Very subtle. You can put the zip on top of this so that it closes. And this is a nice sort of tight, don't mind the ends. This is a nice little pocket area. Obviously you can line these if you want. I have a sewing machine that I've never ever touched it. It's new in the box. I don't know how to use it. So I'm going to learn how to use it so that I can line these or whatever. But now we are starting on all of the straps. So Alrighty guys, so the bag is complete. I did finish it inside of a day. If I had to guess right now, I think the timing on it would probably be somewhere around 5 or 6 hours. I did take some time out as breaks, and I did take some time out to eat dinner and stuff. So I started about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and I think I ended around 8 in total. The assembly does take a little bit of time. If these were going to be aligned, aligning the bags would take a little bit of time, so I need to figure that in. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say between 6 and 7 hours. We also need a button and a zip, so we'll have to leave time for that. I've got dog hair all over me now, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, that's the 2 bags. It fits really nicely. All of the straps, all 6 of the straps are adjustable, so it will go bigger and it can go smaller since I'm a little hefty. For anybody who happens to be like a small or a medium or something like that, it will go a little bit smaller. It is you can fasten it at the waist for extra security. You can fasten it at the chest for extra security so people can't come by and grab and pull. So yeah, harness bag is done. I have to write up the pattern for it. Everything is detachable as well, like the 2 bags are detachable. So if you wanted to switch things up with different bags and different straps, you absolutely could. The only thing that is not detachable, and you can absolutely change this if you want, is this strap right here. Or this piece right here is not detachable at the moment. It is put on with the D-rings or an O-ring, whichever you choose. So if you wanted to make that detachable, you could use the same things. You could use these little doodads and make it detachable. So if you wanted to switch out that middle part as well, that's going to add a little bit of length that you're able to get with these as well. So this would sort of go on one, like probably on this side, on the side with the strap. This would go on the side with the strap, and it would add about an inch and a half to the length on all 3 sides. So yeah, that is the bag. And so now I just have to write up the pattern. I'm going to be putting a tester call up on my Patreon and choosing a couple people to test. So I will announce that there's a tester call over on Instagram, but the tester calls from now on are exclusive to my Patreon. So anybody that is on the $3 tier can, and up any of the tiers can be a tester for me. But yeah, they are going to be exclusive to Patreon now. So I'm going to put up a tester call as soon as I get this pattern written, and I'm probably going to work on writing that pattern today and getting it ready to go. So that's the task that I have set for myself for today, is to write up this pattern and get it all set now that I've made a couple of prototypes and I'm happy with the end result. That is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you want to be a tester, the link for Patreon is always down below. You can also find it if you're on my IG and you happen to see the tester call, or well, you're here and you know that the tester call is coming out in the coming week. So jump over there and join. If you don't want to be a tester, or if you're not sure yet, jump over to Patreon to get all of the January goodies. There is going to be a sale running for the month of January, so you can jump in at a discounted rate. So do look out for that. If you do want to be a tester, you can jump in for a discounted rate. And I will see you guys in the next video. So let's see. Put a pink heart down in the comments if you've made it to the end. Tell me if you make bags, or if you're interested in doing wearables or anything like that down in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more sort of non-plushy items sprinkled in to the plushy patterns as well down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It helps us so very much. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's over here, I believe. And ding your notification bell so you're informed each and every time I upload content. I love your faces so much. I will see you in the next video. Okay? I love you.